One of the things that we did notice over the last couple of years in Ireland was that there was a number of, if you like, disparate groups that had emerged who were meeting on a very regular basis, and there was Payments Ireland, there was the Fintech Ireland Meetup Group, and there was other bodies that were being formed at the time, all with an ambition towards creating this new trade association. And then when the IFS 2020 strategy came out from government, we found that the industry really wasn't as organised and as structured as it could be when it came to, say, commenting on some of the legislation which was coming down the line, or in development of strategy or whatever for the sector. So it became very clear that what Ireland needed was this single trade association in the area of fintech and payments, and that's what the FPAI has become, the Fintech and Payments Association of Ireland. And so we've got thousands of individual members and then hundreds of corporate members now at this stage who are part of this really an association that's really active right now and has got off this fantastic start. What we're seeing is that people really like the practical side of things. So the working groups, that we've got 2 working groups established, and those working groups now have a direct channel into government through the IFS 2020 strategy, and we also have a special interest group in the area of payment regulation. So we've got, we now have a body in Ireland that can actually respond as well to some of the European calls for discussion papers and things like that. And none of that was in place before. So for the first time, the way I describe it is, I believe now for the first time around the fintech and payments industry, we've got all the people sitting at the table that we need to have at the table. So from the IDA, Enterprise Ireland, the Central Bank, the Department of Finance, the big players, the small players, the startups, the banks, the FDI companies, the local companies, everybody's involved in the sector. And we've got this great diverse input, if you like, into creating some really quality outputs that can hopefully then influence policy and strategy going forward.